Guys, it's Will from Magic the Friendly Tavern, and today we were going to play, sorry, just had to reset my game options there. Today we're going to be playing a little bit of Explorer again today, with my rock deck, my green-black rock deck. If you haven't seen this deck before, it works like this. What we're trying to do is we're trying to use Llanowar Elves to put down giant overcosted creatures early. We're trying to skip turn 2 and try and go to turn 3 and turn 4 early, turn 5, and get out some large beaters, and just keep those beaters down on the board, get clear of the path with our removal, get whatever we need to proactively out of their hand with Thoughtseize and Duresses, and just kill and mop up whatever's left, a little Assassin's Trophy for permanents, whatever that permanent might be that just might be tribaling us. Meathook Massacre is another removal spell, but it's from catch us up from behind, because sometimes this deck can't get behind. It's a mid-range deck. A rock deck is a mid-range deck. The big thing about a rock deck is we're not trying to put a lot of resources on the board. What we're trying to do is we're trying to land 2 or 3 threats and just take those to town as quickly as possible. So we're trying to hit the control aspect early in the game, which is kind of hard to do. It just depends on the tempo, but we are not a tempo deck. We are a rock deck. And another thing we can do with our extra permanents, say we start getting land flooded, or we start getting a bunch of Llanowar Elves that are irrelevant, we can sack them to Vraska to draw cards. We can just turn in our permanents into even more stuff. We can just discard Duresses and Thoughtseize. We don't care. We got a little bit of reanimation out of here. We got an extra kill spell here. We have Manlands, which help in the control mirrors when they have a lot of wraths and removals that are sorcery speed. We're just looking to land one of our giant big threats and take them out. And that's pretty much all our deck does. Rotting Regisaur being the biggest creature per cost. It's 7/6 for 3. Even though we have to be at the beginning of our upkeep, discard a card, which we can get rid of our Llanowar Elves and Thoughtseize and Duresses. We don't need, or we can go empty-handed. We don't care. We're not looking to make card advantage. We're looking to make a serious down payment on a large threat and get that threat through. That's what we're trying to do. No big deal. Well, that's about it. We do the Llanowar Elves also help us smooth out if we get a green-black land. We're good because if we play Llanowar Elves first, we can play turn 2 Werewolf Pack Leader or Burghide Trolls, which are double green, and we have a double green Garruk's Harbinger. In our mostly black deck. These are really good though because this is a 2-mana 3/3. It's a 2-mana 3/3 that they're going to remove a counter from it to give it Hexproof till end of turn. This is a 3-mana 4/3, but it's pro-black, and it lets us look at the top 4 cards of our library and choose a creature card from it and put it in our hand, which is really good because we need as much card draw as we can get. We need some form of card advantage because we're so reckless with our resources. That's why we have a Blood Pact. That's why we have Garruk's Harbinger. That's why we have Vraska. That's why we have Sorin, or all the draw cards, to draw extra cards to keep us on top. Well, without further ado, let's just take the deck in for a spin and see how it does. Play a couple of matches here. I have some dailies I need to finish. So, I have to go home, play, explore Rock version 2. I did have another version of this deck here, but it's not finished. The version 2 is much better. Okay. But I have new internet, so while I'm playing this, I'm actually downloading another game on my phone, so it might interact with my internet and make it a little sluggish. But my internet should be really fast now, and I have a really fast computer. So all of this should be better. Take it to heart that my microphone is on board and it's not great. I wish I did have a different microphone, but we're working on that. We're trying to find some settings too to make it to where it doesn't make all that noise. Black land, green land. A Thoughtseize, 2 Lawnmower Elves into a Barkhide Troll and a Blood Pack. Seems good to me. We're going to run out Lawnmower Elves first. We have 2 of them. Hopefully they'll pick one off or something, waste a spell on it. We'll see. Turn 2, we can Barkhide Troll and Thoughtseize. They're red-white. Seen a lot of interesting decks out of the red-white. We'll go ahead and take a look at what they're doing. I'm interested. Kaikar, you say? This looks like one of those. Yeah, this looks like one of those. We'll go ahead and get rid of Kaikar. I do not want to face that right now. It looks like one of those decks that also run the Jeskai creature that allows your X spells to cost 2 less per target. That's pretty nice. That Meathook Massacre is no good to us here. We'll go ahead and run out this land. We're going to swing them both. Take them down to 16. And we'll end the turn. We'll Blood Pact on our turn at the end of turn. That wall, it's there. It'll stop me a little bit. There we go. Oh, we need another black land to be able to play the Sorin the Mirthless, so we're going to go ahead and swing in. They'll block the 3/3, take the 1. We're going to go ahead and Thoughtseize them again. We'll take their removal. What the heck. We'll run out this other Lawnmower Elves just in case, but that should be it. We don't really want to run out a whole bunch of other stuff. We'll run out of cards in hand. They still have the card advantage on us, even though it didn't look like he's doing them too well. Outlaw's Merriment's going to be nasty. Beginning of your upkeep. We're going to blow that up before it makes a token. They are going to get a land from it, and they will get a blue land. So we want to attack with everything we have first. Go ahead and get that land. We should wait until their upkeep, but doing that on arena is fun. I would have had to put a stop, and it would have had to actually work. So we'll do it this way instead. They'll get a free land. Oh, it didn't come into play tapped anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. Yeah, that's fine. I don't care about that. Okay, there is our second black source for this game. We're going to go ahead and run that out there and run out of Sorin. We're going to uptick Sorin. Put that duress in our hand. Go ahead and attack in. We're well on our way. Make a couple of Anointed Processions. Now if they make 1 token, they make triple tokens. That's kind of scary. Don't know exactly what we want to do with that, about that right now. Go ahead and duress them again. Take the intervention. Just keep swinging into them. If we give them too much time, they are going to be able to get where they want to go. I'll be honest. But that's neither here nor there right now. That's going to be nasty. Mm-hmm. Now we'll just keep swinging in. Uptick Sorin again. We'll take it. It looks like with Sorin, we might be able to deal 13 damage to him and gain 13 life. Yep, and that's what they looked at with Sorin's ultimate and said no. Well, that was a victory in our grasp. Pretty good. Our deck did exactly what it was supposed to do against a more controlling deck, a more toolbox kind of deck. And just kind of picked them apart there with attrition, and then made it to where they had very limited options, and then just marched in with our giant beaters, and that's how the deck works. Play another round. That was game one. We'll play at least 3 games, maybe more. Okay. This is such a lovely picture. It really did well. Alright, looks like he's got the big toad. I just got a bear. His hand looks good to me. Pretty much everything we wanted to do. Alright, they started us off with a swamp into a shambling gas. Zombie deck, I take it. Could just be for the treasures. Lots of decks run shambling gas. It's pretty good for a 1-drop. Because it can trade upwards with 2 drops. Or it can cash in for money. Or I mean for mana. So it's really good. Okay, there we go. Into Llanowar Elves. But we're actually going to play the Hive Tyrant first, and we're going to Thoughtseize our opponent. Rat Colony could be dangerous. I don't think they have a whole bunch in here. They just got a whole bunch of random stuff. I'm not looking to think this deck's going to really do much to us, but it could. It could. You know, we might want to play carefully. Yep, get that 1 damage in. They played both of their creatures and have 2 lands in hand. I can't hit with a duress. I should have known that. But play this forest and play Llanowar Elves and kind of soft go it. Not really that worried about it. They don't have much gas going. And we're about to drop a 5-6. Turn 3. And no blocks. Weird, they acted like they didn't want to trade their shambling gas. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and drop this on green side. So we have double green out there. Oh, we should have done it black. So we had double black. I totally messed that up. That's okay, though. I mess things up all the time. We should have had it on double black. We really wanted to play that purveyor, which we did. But it's okay. We're not under any pressure. We're fine. Yep, we'll take the 2 damage. And they'll boast. To deal 1 more damage? Yes. Okay, that's fine. Yep. We'll go ahead and lose 2 life and draw 2 cards. Play this one out on the black side. And then we'll put our purveyor in play. And if we have to, we can actually get it back with Takenuma to play it again. If they kill it here. Yep. Whenever they cast something, they get a blood token, which I can draw cards with, but that's okay. They have the discard to draw the card, and this thing gets bigger for each blood token they have. I'll make that trade. Alright, more lands is not where we want to be, but taking a 5 out of them feels pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and play another Lana Wells to try and stem back some of the damage. Keep everything else in hand. We'll go ahead and let them hit us for 2, but we can't do that too much more. Alrighty then, that's about the last time we can swing with this guy. We need to put a land in play. Yep. Alright, he's swinging with the 1-2 and the 1-1. Figure he wants to boast. He does. But what he doesn't realize is that we have the Hive Tyrant. We can turn the Hive Tyrant into a 3-3. And block the 1-2 with the 3-3. Block the 1-1 with the 1-1. and he can deal 1 damage to something, or he can get a treasure token, which I imagine he gets a treasure token, which he's flooded out. He doesn't need a treasure token. Treasure token does not help him here. What does help here is swinging with our Blood Purveyor, Blood Vial Purveyor, taking them to 11, and then playing out a Sorin the Mirthless and getting a 2/3 flying lifelink. That sounds excellent to me. No, we shouldn't be in any danger of losing here. We should be pretty ahead. He is going to get two damage on us with this Menace creature if he swings in. But we'll be able to start putting the Blood Purveyor back with a blocker and maybe another token. There's the rat colony. So I'm kind of glad I got rid of the other rat colony then. He's going to swing at Sorin. Alrighty then. We're going to go combat. I'm going to swing our life linker, trying to get our life total up. We'll leave our 5/6 and our 7/6 back. If he wants to alpha strike, and we can return the favor. In the meantime, we have plenty of good defense up. Okay. Block both rat colonies and take 2. Yeah, and he has no blockers, so we're just going to go ahead and swing in, but he packs it in before we can make that last swing, but we got that one. No problem, that's 2 victories down. We'll play a 3rd game, see how it goes. It's that pressure. I'm telling you, it's the pressure. The deck has a lot of, you can create a lot of pressure. Yes, your opponents can be any kind of person from any kind of background. I have known all sorts of Magic players in my lifetime. Just waiting for that final person to show up. Here we go. Looks good to me. This lane's going to come into play tapped unless we have a swamp, and we don't have one. We actually have a pathway. Does not count as a swamp, so we'll play that first. And it looks like they're blue-green, Simic Ascendancy. Interesting. Let's go ahead and play out green. We're on Llanowar Elves first. And we'll go ahead and Thoughtseize them. Interesting hand. Pretty interesting stuff for a blue-green deck. Yeah, Finn the Fangbearer can be dangerous, but I'm not worried about him. Here what we're going to do is we're going to get to play a Barkhide Troll. And we're going to get the Grasp Fangbearer. So, no big deal. And our opponent scoops on us. They decided that we were too much for them. We were going to have a pretty good run, drawing a lot of cards and getting a lot of damage in as they tried to recuperate. So they would have been on the back foot on that game, definitely. We were doing pretty good. Well, we were a little creature light in our hand though, but they didn't know that. They had a chance. We'll play again. Go ahead and do that since that last game was so short. Alright, here we go. This hand is unkeepable. This hand looks good. And put back the Barkhide Troll. Open the Garruk's Harbinger will do us a little better. Alright, Riding Regisaur looks good here. Go ahead and play Llanowar Elves. They're blue-red. They can easily blow up our elves. We're hoping they don't. We really need them out there right now. Or we'll get landlocked. Unless we draw a third land here. Well, they foretell, which is fine for us. And we did draw that third land. We'll actually save the Takenuma and run this out here. And we actually want this Garruk's Harbinger out. Hopefully it doesn't die to a red burn spell and gets us some creatures put in our hand. Alright. Waiting on seeing what our opponent's doing. They're going through their phases. They didn't do anything. Here we're gonna go to town. We're gonna go to attacks. We're gonna attack with both. And see what our opponent has an answer to this or not. And they're gonna Demon Bolt our 4/3 that they foretold earlier. We hit them for 19. And put this down on double green, and we'll run out the Regisaur. The Regisaur is going to be really hard for them to deal with. They can probably unsummon it, but that's about it. They play Hinata. We're going to actually get rid of this Tainted Adversary. We're hoping to play this Sorin this turn. There's another Regisaur. We're going to run out this land. We're going to run out Sorin. We're going to go ahead and attack. We want a defender in the air. Try and keep the Sorin alive a little bit. We really need to draw another card so we could play the second Regisaur, but it'll be alright. One thing at a time. Oh, and they bounced the token. That's interesting. And you go ahead and attack Sorin, which leaves them kind of defenseless, actually. Yeah, it's depends on if they bounce this back to my hand after I discard the second Regisaur, is when we're going to find out whether this is not good or not. If they bounce it back to my hand, I want to replay it, and that's going to be a tempo loss, and they can get back in this game. Yeah, I know. Yeah, they bounce it. Okay. Or they phase it out. Oh, but this has haste. Oh, that's beautiful. That's dumb. I'm sorry. This questing beast is seriously a seriously pushed card, and I laugh every time I see it. It's wonderful, and what it does. And it has Vigilance, Death Touch, Haste. Cannot be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Combat damage dealt by creatures I control can't be prevented. And if it deals combat damage to an opponent, it deals that much damage to target planeswalker he or she controls. It's all that in a bag of chips. But I was right on the Hinata part of the deck. That is what they were doing. And it looks like they are trying to take out some of my creatures. So, Zach? Block 7/6, take 4. Go to 3. There's no sense not to play this. And our opponent looks to be on the back foot here. Had to deal with 3 lethal monsters. Next turn, have 1 card in hand, 2 cards in hand, with one of them being a mana. They are not giving up, though. They gave up. Okay, that's it. That's all we're going to do for today. I figure y'all see how my deck works. It's pretty good. 4 games we had there that were pretty fun, and we won all of them. I'm hoping that you like this deck list, and if you do, give it a shout out and a holler. Comment, subscribe, come by Facebook, look me up there. Again, I'm Will from Magic the Friendly Tavern. Happy Pack Bulls, and as always, happy games.